In the grim darkness of the 41st millennium, there is only war. The galaxy burns. 10,000 years of betrayal, heresy, and endless slaughter have ground the Imperium to bone and ash. Every world is a battlefield. Every victory is paid in oceans of blood. The Emperor's light still flickers, but it is a dying candle surrounded by the howling dark. Yet, even now, in this age of endings, there are still those who refuse to kneel. They are the Knights of the Chalice, a brotherhood forged in the fires of Armageddon and tempered by the blood of the fallen. They do not seek glory. They do not seek survival. They seek only to be the last thing the enemies of mankind ever see. 4 warriors stand at the heart of their crusade. The first falls from the sky like divine wrath made flesh. The second plants his feet and dares the universe to move him. The third walks the knife edge between sanity and the warp, wielding powers that should never exist. The fourth carries the weight of 10,000 years of unbroken oaths on his shoulders and refuses to let the banner fall. Together, they are faith that leaps into the fire, strength that will not break, power that bends reality itself, and a standard that will not yield. This is not a story of heroes. This is a story of instruments of the Emperor's will, cold, merciless, and utterly necessary. Watch closely. Every purity seal, every battle scar, every drop of paint you laid down with your own hands tells the same truth. In the 41st millennium, even the smallest act of defiance can still change the fate of worlds. These 4 are not just models. They are the living embodiment of why humanity still fights. The Jump Pack Chaplain does not arrive. He descends. The Captain does not retreat. He endures. The Librarian does not guess. He knows. The Ancient does not lead. He remembers. And when the dice fall and the blood flows, these 4 will decide whether your army becomes legend or just another forgotten pile of plastic on the ash heap of the 41st millennium. This is their story. This is your army. This is Warhammer 40,000. Jump Pack Chaplain. Skills. He does not walk to war. He falls from the heavens like judgment. In the 11th edition, the Jump Pack Chaplain is a 4-wound, 4+ invulnerable save missile of faith and fury. His jump pack gives him 12-inch movement and deep strike, letting him arrive exactly where the enemy is weakest or where your own line is about to break. When he lands, 2 sacred abilities activate. Litany of Hate turns every melee weapon in his unit into an executioner's blade. +1 to wound rolls. What was already strong becomes lethal. Your jump pack, veterans, or death company suddenly wound elite infantry and monsters on far better rolls. Exhortation of Rage is pure Grimdark violence. In the fight phase, when his unit is selected to fight, you roll a d6 against one engaged enemy unit. On a 4 or 5, they suffer d3 mortal wounds before your attacks even land. On a 6, they suffer 3 mortal wounds instantly. He softens the target so your Crozius can finish the job. His Crozius Arcanum itself is 5 attacks at W. S 2+, Strength 6, AP -1, Damage 2. Combined with the Litany, he deletes characters and elite squads with terrifying efficiency. On the tabletop, he kills hesitation. He kills safe enemy deployment. He kills the idea that your fastest troops will arrive too late. He turns a good assault into an overwhelming one. What does he kill? Doubt. Positioning. The enemy's best laid plans. Every litany spoken and every Crozius swing writes the same truth. Faith moves faster than fear, and it hits harder. Captain with Hammer and Relic Shield. Skills. He stands where the fire is hottest and refuses to move. In 11th edition, this captain is a 6 wound tank with a 4+ invulnerable save, made even harder by the Relic Shield that grants him the extra wound. He is the unbreakable center of your army. His Thunder Hammer delivers devastating blows. He carries Finest Hour once per battle. When selected to fight, his melee weapons gain +3 attacks and devastating wounds. 1 activation, and he can delete monsters, vehicles, or enemy champions in a single thunderous moment. His second gift is Rites of Battle. Once per battle round, when a stratagem targets his unit, you can reduce its CP cost by 1. In a game where CP is everything, this lets you fire off rapid ingress, command rerolls, or fight phase strats at a discount exactly and when you need them most. On the tabletop, he kills the enemy's best units before they become problems. He protects your weaker squads by drawing fire and refusing to die. He makes your entire army more efficient with every command point he saves. What does he kill? Monsters. Hope. The belief that your center can be broken. Every hammer fall and every shield block says the same thing. This line will not yield. Librarian. Skills. He walks the narrowest path, mind and soul bound to the warp, yet armored against it. The Librarian is a 4-wound psyker with a 4+ invulnerable save granted by Mental Fortress. His psychic hood gives him Feel No Pain 4+ against all psychic attacks and abilities, turning the warp's own weapons back on the enemy. His force weapon hits with 4 attacks at WS 3+, Strength 6, AP -1, Damage D3, and the Psychic keyword. Perfect for cutting through other Psychers and adding mortal wound output. His true power lies in Smite. He can choose between 2 profiles, a standard Witchfire or the focused version with devastating wounds and hazardous. He can reach out across the board and delete key enemy characters or soften elite units before your army even arrives. On the tabletop, he kills what others cannot even see. Enemy psychers, demon summons, mortal wound spam. He protects your army from the warp while turning the warp into your own weapon. What does he kill? Psychers who would doom worlds, demons that slip through the veil, the fear that would break his brothers before the first shot is fired. ancient skills. He carries the weight of the chapter's history in one hand and refuses to let it fall. The Ancient is a support character, not a leader, so he slots into squads without taking a precious leader slot from your captain, chaplain, or librarian. His Relic Banner gives the entire unit he joins +1 objective control. What was a normal squad now claims the ground like a fortress. Contested objectives become much harder for the enemy to take. Unbreakable Resolve makes him a true anchor while he is within range of an objective marker or within 6 inches of the battlefield center. He gains Feel No Pain 4+. The closer he stands to what matters, the harder he is to remove. He carries a bolt rifle for shooting and a close combat weapon for melee. Reliable, no-frills tools that let him contribute without trying to be a killer. On the tabletop, he kills easy enemy scoring. He kills the opponent's ability to trade efficiently on primary objectives. He makes your midfield or backline bricks far more expensive for the enemy to shift. What does he kill? The enemy's plan to walk onto objectives for free. The assumption that your banner can be ignored. Every wave of the Relic Banner and every FNP roll writes the same truth. This ground belongs to the Emperor, and we will not yield it.